Hey guys, it's your boy Kenny Boulder, and we are finally looking at the Adeptus Custodes book that came out for 10th edition, and I'm really excited because this book, it's a hot minute, it's beautiful. So we have this book here around 40k, Adeptus Custodes. This is approximately $50 here. You can get this, any Games Workshop, online, or any of your local gaming, shops. So we're gonna go just take a quick dive in this, look at some of the art, look at some of the rules, and have a good time. So here we go, opening up right now. This is what we got here. Adeptus Custodes Codex here with our custodians. So we have the Golden Legion here, the 10,000. We have, I believe, one of the, either that's the Captain General or one of the Tribunes. Power Sword. You have your Bolt Gun slash Hellbrint. And then on the back, I think this is the Battle Force, so you got some Gravlanders or Grav Speeders, Sisters of Silence, Terminators. They're fighting against demons, looks like. Lots of demons. I would say these are probably the Manta demons, in the back, more custodians. So inside you will find the history and the custodians and the early unification of Terra to the Era Dominus. Miniatures, combat patrol, rules. Again, printed in the UK. Printed in China, actually. So designed in the UK, printed in China. Approximately $50. So, very, very cool. Opening it up right now. Lots of faces. Adeptus Custodes, the Emperor's Praetorians. And let's give you a table of contents. Gathering of Demigods, Showcase, Combat Patrol, Forces of the Adeptus Custodes, Crusade Rules. And then we'll go over, there's a lot here. Talons of the Emperor, Shield Host, Null Maidens, Eric Champions, and some named characters as well. So there it is. There's a cover as well. Looks like they're fighting against Night Lords. Adeptus Custodes fighting against the Night Lords in the cover, and some Black Legion here. Gathering of Demigods. So this is the first few pages here. Very cool. They are the Emperor's bodyguard, his Golden Legion. And there's a very amazing custodian right there on top of lots of possessed Chaos Space Marine corpses. So we have some lore right here. So there's a lot happening here. Origin of the Custodians, recruitment. Man, oh man. Some heavy lore right here. And then recruitment. So I just want to read that real quick. If the Space Marines are the sons or the scions of the Primarchs, and the Custodians are the progeny of the Emperor, at least in every way that matters. So they were the noble, very young age bearers, survived transformations, no older than late infancy, for fundamental changes that will be wrought upon their flesh, souls, and etc. And here's some old art. This is very ancient custodian art right here. So, again, it's beautiful. You got some babies with wings. You got some 1980s drawings, Golden Throne on the very, very top. And then these guys are the companions here. So, talks a little bit about there. And then more art, more lore. The creation of the custodians in this page. And it talks about how literally each custodian is beautifully fashioned knife as the Misericordia. These weapons are filigreed with gold and Thalebrite. Their hilts molded to the owner's unique grip. So they get special swords. And then you got another custodian here. Multiple swords here. And the spear. Guardian spear, I think they're called. This is new. The Kitas. With vast repositories of knowledge. Custodians have gleaned the secrets of countless martial arts and subtle disciples. They are termed Kitas. Each has particular focus to be masterful marksmanship of the Salvaskita, then trapping close quarters techniques of the Kutaris Kata. There's a lot. This is a lot here, guys. Oh my gosh. And here's more art. This is probably Terra, on the underhives, you know, of ancient Terra. And then talk about Terra's defenses, solar fastness. And again, the art is beautiful. Alright, this is a story, looks like. Custodian Codex Terravelia Kesh on the bridge of the Cobra class destroyer. So, if you're politically active or been following my channel, this is the female Custodes introduction with the short story here. So, this is her short story, page 44 to 15. Watchers of the Throne, more custodians here. And these are the talons of the Emperor as that are being described. And we got some masterwork armor here, which is incredible. So all these weapons here, guys, we have the Castellan Axe, Mycercardia, Sentinel Blades, Guardian Spears. Again, these are the spears with the bolt guns on the end. Interceptor Lance, Belsis Grenade Launcher, Watcher's Axe. So a lot of stuff. And then a quote from the current Captain General of the Custodes. A wise man draws his swords when the time is right to wield them. A fool dies when the blades are still sheathed. Fearing there might be yet to come at a time of greater need for the sake of the Emperor and the Imperial Bolt, we must take the fight to our enemies. Tarjan Velaris to Robert Gulliman in the wake of the Lionsgate incursion. So this is when the Custodes really go out. The organization, again, this talks about how there's about 10,000 of them, and that they're not really soldiers. They are, again, they don't really have a hierarchy. Obviously, they're led by the Captain General, and these Captain Generals are usually, you know, very big heroes of the Custodians. You have all these Custodians here fighting against orcs now. That's kind of interesting. I really get to see Custodians fight against other Xenoses that usually just kind of fight demons. So you have Custodian Guard, Custodian over here with a sword, a Dreadnought Custodian, and they're led by Shield Captains. And they also have Venerable Machines as well. Venerable Dreadnoughts. That's a Dreadnought that we're looking at right now. More art here. This Custodian is fighting against, looks like, with the Sister of Silence. And they're fighting against Tyranid Gene Stealers. So these are Gene Stealers they're fighting against. So it looks like there's Gene Stealers in Terra now, that's big news. Custodes deployment. So you have commanders, shield companies, shield captain in each shield company, Custodian Guard, Vezeklux. Oh my god, I can't pronounce these words. Vezeklux, Praetors, Terminators, and Praetors. And then you have Auxiliaries as well, which are like the, non-Imperial Custodian guys. Alright, we have the first name character, Tarjan Valoris, Captain General, Chief Custodian, first of the 10,000. He has a nice, beautiful beard. He has some big feathers. Like, those are like giant feathers on his net, on his pauldron with an eagle. And then you have the Silent Sisterhood. These are the Null Maidens. So, Null Maidens here. They're part of the Custodes. They're basically anti-psychers. Because they're pairs and they're blanks. So they work closely with the Custodians. Because they're like the most ultimate anti-space magic characters here. And there's a couple of these Null Maidens. They usually fight against demons. Very cool art. Silent Vigils. You got another Null Maiden right there. This is a lot, guys. This is incredible. And there's a lot of lore here. This is a short story with a Nova Captain. Space Marines. And they are fighting with, looks like, Chaos Space Marines. So, I'm kind of like breezing through this because I don't want to spend too much time. I just want a quick review of it. Look at the art, really. I will go on this, but I just don't have time for that right now. So, apologies if you want me to go on every single page, but you can clearly, pause the page if you want to look at this. I'm just looking at the art at the moment. Silent Maidens, you have 2 of them right there with their great swords, 2 custodians in the background. This is again the short story. Or no, this is more information about the maidens. Oh no, this is still the short story, I'm sorry. The Shadow Keepers, Warders of the Dark Cells. So these guys protect the Imperial Dungeon at the very bottom of the Imperial Palace. And these are the Warders of the Dark Cells. And then you have the other faction. You have the Quillen Shield, the Gilded Guardians. So they are directly involved in the safety of Terra. So, again, sub-factions of the Custodians. The Dreaded Hosts. Instrument of the Emperor's Wrath. So, these are all the Custodians and multiple shield hosts and their transport and trio pre-RC ships. And then you have the Solar Watch. Castlets of the Blessed Worlds. So the Soul System is amongst the heavily most fortified stellar holdings. They consider these worlds, star forts, and space lanes extension of their master's palace, and they will watch around the solar system, I guess. Then we have the Emissaries, Imperatus, Heralds of the Golden Throne. So these guys are the messengers of the Imperium, which is kind of weird because the Emperor is silent and immobile on the throne. So they kind of just, you know, they wing it. And then Remnant of Glory. So here's all the Shadow Keepers. Here's the Quillen Shield. So red, purple, black it looks like. This is the Dread Host. Solar Watch is red and white. And then these guys were crimson. As a majority of their, you know, they were gold and crimson. And then the white is the Emissaries. So white, red, black, purple, and crimson. Kind of like red still. Eyes of the Emperor. Oh. The Adeptus Custodes are few in the grand scheme of the galaxy, yet their vigilance must remain absolute. Their eyes are everywhere. To this end, they employ sprawling networks of mortal agents, spies, informants, who in turn form webs around the ancient words known as the Eyes of the Emperor. So this is like the Inquisition within the Inquisition, kind of, I guess. So, let's see here. Though functionally immortal, even the words of Adeptus Custodes tire. Some suffer physical hurts. Oh! So it looks like these guys are retired custodians and they become spies. So some of them leave the... Yeah, they leave into the horrors of the Imperial Nihilists and become protectors of isolated Imperial colonies, or even unstated, corrupted planetary governors have taken their place. And these are called the Eyes Unblinded. That's sick. This is new lore. I actually have not heard about this lore. Another short story here. And here's the showcase. So all the custodians showcase here. Again, beautiful artwork and beautiful miniatures. So this is what they should look like if you're painting the custodians. So you have Solar Watch, Quillen Shield, Shadow Keepers, Custodian Guard. You have Valerian and Alia, 2 very famous custodians from the Watchers of the Throne series. So there you go. Valerian's a handsome devil, and Alia is amazing. And these guys are fighting Gene Stealers as well. Then you have the Grav Bikes. Lots of Grav Bikes here. You got some Custodian Guards and Terminator armor. And then more showcases. So, more Silent Sisterhood Knights. Wow. And yeah, Silent Sisters fighting against Thousand Suns. Classic, classic. And then you have a Custodian fighting against, looks like, a Demon Prince. Then you have Captain General and the Shield Captains and the Blade Champion. And then more art here fighting against, looks like, Dark Eldar. I think these are Dark Eldar. They look Dark Eldar. They're spiky looking. Yeah, they're definitely Dark Eldar. Jeez. Orcs now. This is cool stuff, guys. Custodian Guard fighting against Orcs here. Combat Patrol. This is the Combat Patrol section and the Custodian. You have a lot of art here. So the Gilded Blades, you have 1 model, 3 models here. So this is like 9 models in total. Combat Patrol, and then it goes in depth into how you paint your Combat Patrol. So Golden Legion. I think most of this is just Combat Patrol now. So yeah, just the lore and some forces of the Adeptus Custodes. Introduction, and yeah. Data sheets as well. Lots of stuff. I'm kind of breezing through this because it's just, you know, data points, how to build your armies in 140k. So, Crusade rules. And this is a sick art as well. I'm going to show off that. Custodians fighting against, you know, some Black Legion Space Marines. And more rules. Incredible, guys. Yeah. That's it. Our last page is this Custodian here with their Guardian Spear. And then... Oops. Don't want that shown. But yeah, this is it, everyone. Some ancient artifacts that they go over rules. Yeah, you get approximately 111 pages. I'd say a third of it's lore, a third of it's art, and a third of it's, you know, data sheets and stuff like that that I usually go over. But there's a lot of stuff, though. I'm not going to lie. Again, I kind of skimmed through this. I'm probably going to read more of this on my own. I don't want to look at this, you know. Just want to give you an overview. But this is pretty cool, though. Yeah. Ain't that cool, guys? Look at that. Codex Adeptus Custodes 10th edition. Warhammer 40k. So guys, that's really it. Again, I really appreciate you guys, you know, joining in my video, taking the time to look at this. Obviously, big fan of Warhammer 40k. The 10,000, amazing lore, lots of stuff to unpack there. And obviously, if you guys like this content, like, subscribe, and comment. Tell me what you think about 10th edition. Tell me if it really is Nerf. Again, I don't play Custodes. I love the lore. I'm a lore guy. So I made sure I got this book. Again, thank you so much, AMC Productions, for helping me out here getting this book and just reviewing it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much again. It's your boy, Kenny Boulder. If you like this content, like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you.